Looks like Wizards created a brand new artwork for Mox Jet. Maybe that's going to be printed on Iconic Masters this upcoming November. I'm just joking, guys. We all know what happened with Iconic Masters. Wizards announced that they are not, in a great PR move, by the way, not going to reprint any cards from the reserve list. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about Eternal Weekend 2017, this year. And also, I want to dive a little bit into the alternate artworks like this Volkenbaga Mox Jet. It was never released for a card, but it was used for Vintage Masters for Magic Online as an artwork. And I want to talk about some of those prizes. But before we get into all that, quick announcement. And I've said this in a lot of videos, and we'll have some other videos this week, again saying it. This is the last month you need to sign up on Rudy's from Alpha Investments Patreon page if you are going to be in Grand Prix Las Vegas. Let me be clear. You have to be in Grand Prix Las Vegas to receive the bonus pricing that we'll have at the table, the booth, because it's obviously for people going to the show to meet Rudy and all that. So, and also supporting Rudy. You have to be a Rudy patron by the end of this month. So May 1st, you're too late. So if you are thinking about signing up, or you haven't signed up, or you are debating, to keep going on, but you're going to Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017 in June, you need to sign up because the deals are going to be pretty great. We will also have the link below, again, of the landing page of the Vintage Magic landing page for the Grand Prix Las Vegas with all the packs we're selling. Now, you'll notice that there's a retail, not a retail price, but a show special price. But we'll also have a Rudy Patreon price too, which you can compare the difference, and you'll pretty much figure out when we announce it closer to Grand Prix Las Vegas, probably in late May. We'll announce the video pricing for it. So my recommendation is, if you're thinking about going to Grand Prix Las Vegas, make sure you sign up on his Patreon. You have to be a Patreon member through June also. So you can't just sign up now and then quit in end of May. You have to go through June, because it's for people that are going through June at Grand Prix Las Vegas. Any other questions, you guys can post it down below. But if you're going to GP Vegas 2017, make sure you sign up on his Patreon page. Any support level, basically any Patreon member will receive discount pricing for him. And also, these pack pricing for Rudy's Patreon members are pretty much while supplies last. I mean, we can only bring so many packs. We have cards, we have other stuff we got to bring. I'm going to guarantee you that they're probably going to sell out pretty fast. So they're also not going to be any like buyouts. So you can't just buy 100 of them. You know what I mean? We're probably going to cap them at 1 to 2 packs each or something. We'll have to figure that all out. But anyway, my recommendation, again, go to that landing page. It has all the information below. Okay, so this video is today also, I wanted to talk about Eternal Weekend 2017. Eternal Weekend is one of the special weekends for Vintage and Legacy, the Eternal formats for Magic the Gathering. As you know, Wizards hasn't really done a lot of promotion of it. They do support the artists and commission artwork for the actual Vintage and Legacy prize, but they don't do, other than that, they don't do much coverage or as much hype as they could, essentially. So my hope is that, if you're thinking about going to Eternal Weekend, I hope you guys consider going, because it's a great event. It's usually about 300 or to 400 players for the Vintage side, and the Legacy is close to 1,000. So it's a great event, and it's on the East Coast area. I think it's in Philadelphia this year. So I will also have the link below if you're thinking about going. What's special about this year is the prize for the Vintage Championship is the Black Lotus. Original artwork by Steve Belladon. It's not going to be used for a card. I hope they use it for Magic Online because it's freaking amazing. But Chris Ron did the Black Lotus for Magic Online. It was never as a prize, but for Magic Online. And I think it was sold on eBay years ago for like $16,000. But a prize like this, if you think about it, an original artwork of the Black Lotus, if the winner of the event decides to auction or sell it privately, this particular prize could command some serious cash. So if you think about it in terms of prizes, it's a unique concept, because what's going on here is that you're producing, instead of giving cash to the winner, you're giving essentially original artwork, but it's cash plus. Some people will be like, well, I'd rather have the cash. But in the case of winning the Black Lotus, I mean, who knows? This thing could go like 50K. I mean, who knows if it went to auction. So the link below will have some of the details of the event, and you can register and such. But I think it's something that should be discussed. If it's something that you've always wanted to go to or wanted to play in a competitive form, or you're wondering, hey, you know, who do I play against? You know, to try. You know, I've been playing my local group, but how do I get more, you know, competition out there? Great way to meet some new people and play some Vintage and Legacy. Another great thing about the event, Eternal Weekend, is there's going to be kind of a not an official side event, but I believe it's going to be held by Eternal Central, and it's eternalcentral.com, and they'll have an old school Magic event too. And I think last year, excuse me, they had it like at a brewery pub or something, so guys could drink and play and hang out and talk, and it was really fun. I think they had like 80 plus players, so I mean that's really great. I mean, to have kind of like the starting, I think the start of the weekend, so like a Friday. So you have the old school Magic, then you have the Legacy on Saturday, and then you have the Vintage on Sunday. So I think that's a really great, fun, you know, way to do it all. Actually, now I think about it, I think they changed it where the finals are only on Sunday. The main event is on Saturday and Friday, and then Thursday maybe. So anyway, don't quote me on that. The details will be below. So something about these original artworks is that these are original artworks framed in kind of a black, like a metallic frame by Wizards. They were released by Wizards, framed by Wizards, and so they were sent to the tournament organizer as a prize to show and promote Magic the Gathering. Over the years, these original artwork prizes essentially become like Magic the Gathering artifacts. I mean, this particular one is the 2007 World Champion, Vintage World Champion, and it was actually purchased by us from Steve Menendian, one of the writers we have on VintageMagic.com. And this particular painting, it's by Volkan Baga. Volkan Baga is one of the top fantasy artists that we have in Magic. And, I really love this piece. It's just a very, it's the Mox Jet. It's very dark, but there's lots of details of the hands and the gem and also the background textures. Let me zoom in here a little bit so you kind of get an idea here. It's pretty hard. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just a very detailed, just lots of detail there. Lots of detail. Kind of like scary, actually, like kind of zombie looking hands, and kind of gruesome, but I mean it really fits that dark demonic Mox Jet art. And the other ones, like Mox Pearl is a lot more, I think, has a beautiful like flowers or a holy angelic feel. The Sapphire obviously has some water. I think that was one by Owen Turwald, the famous pro player for Magic. And also there's a group, the Mox Emerald, and obviously the Mox Ruby, owned by Paul Mastriano. And there's obviously, you know, you have the Accessory Recall, and then you have the Time Walk, which is a beautiful Time Walk painting by Chris Braun, which we actually acquired and then sold a few years ago. So, you know, these alternate artworks for Magic, I think the trend is basically they're going to do Power 9, Dual Lands, and also like key cards like Gia's Cradle, like the Wasteland, etc. So this year is going to be the Black Lotus for the Vintage Championship, but the winner of the Legacy Championship also gets the Savannah, which is an incredible piece by Mark Poole. This original piece, I'm telling you guys, you have to click below to look at it. It is a stunner. I mean, it is absolutely a gorgeous piece. And so, interesting enough, earlier this year, there's a European Championship, Eternal Weekend Championship. So what they started doing is they started doing 2 Eternal Weekends. Well, they had one in April, and or April or early March, or late March, and then they have for Europe in Paris, and then they have this one in Philadelphia. So for North America, and it really gives players an opportunity to play all over the world where they are. They don't have to necessarily fly to United States as they used to in the past. And so the championship prize for that tournament was the Taiga by Mark Poole. It was a beautiful piece. And Raul Vitali finished up his series of all the Moxes with the Mox Ruby. So, you know, I gotta say, if you're an art lover, you know, like an art lover, a collector of Magic Gathering artifacts, I have to say, like, owning one of these original Magic the Gathering artworks from like the history of the championship, I think it's going to be like one of those trophy things, kind of like, you know, I wouldn't call it necessarily a Super Bowl trophy, but it kind of is. I mean, in our community, it's pretty much like the top tier prize. It's what they gave. You have to win the whole shebang. I mean, you either have to win it or you have to buy it. And buying it, most of them aren't even for sale because the players don't even want to sell them. You know, so it's one of those things where you know, if you get an opportunity to purchase it, or if you purchase a print even from Volkan Baga or any of the other artists who created it, you know, I would highly recommend doing it. It's just a beautiful piece of artwork, and especially back to what I said about Iconic Masters. They're not reprinting no reserve list cards, guys. You know, I did guess that. I said that there was no reserve list cards. I still think that they will do some premium, different stuff. Maybe not for this set, but for the next set for Iconic Masters, where they will bring back the Black Lotus in some fun factor, collectible way. Maybe buyback redemptions. Maybe they'll have a Alpha Black Lotus where you can buy back. They'll buy back and they'll give it to a lucky player collector, you know, in the packs. So who knows? I wouldn't put it past them. All right, guys. So this video was kind of, you know, a quick rundown on Eternal Weekend 2017 coming up in Philadelphia. If you're interested in going, go to the link below. We have a page below. The winning prize will be the Black Lotus by Steve Belladin. It's an original artwork for the Vintage Championship. And the Savannah original artwork will be by Mark Poole for the Legacy Championship winner. And also, reminder again, if you're interested in Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017 and you want to meet Rudy from Alpha Investments, he will be at our table assisting us, buying, selling, trading, talking shop, whatever the heck you want, taking pictures. I mean, dude, the guy's a machine. I mean, you've seen his videos. The guy doesn't sleep. I mean, he probably sleeps like 2 hours a day. And during those 2 hours, he probably thinks about like what his next move is. I mean, I've never met a guy who's so passionate about the community than Rudy. And I'm really excited to meet Rudy. Hey, Rudy, if you're watching this video, just looking forward to meet you in person and finally, give you a big hug, man. It's been a long time. I've known Rudy for a very long time, by the way. He has helped me with my business. We've done a lot of back and forth for many, many years. I think it's well over a decade. It might be like even 15 years. I have to count the years, but it's at least 10 years. So Rudy's a really great guy. He'll be at our booth. And if you're interested in getting those specials, again, I keep saying this 1,000 times. You have to sign up as a Rudy Patreon member. And I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do this, just for my members too. I've had a crazy amount of people that I thought would just give some money, just helping out the channel. I wasn't expecting it at all. These people are so generous. So I'm going to do this. Anybody that's also a Patreon member of my Patreon, which is below too, or Rudy's, will get the pack special prices. That's right. I'm not going to tell you what the prices are. The prices listed right now are the prices at the show for anybody. But the Patreon prices will be listed near the end of May. We'll do a video. I'll do a video, I think, and Rudy will do a video also. So remember, you have to sign up for either Rudy's Patreon or my Patreon. Doesn't matter if you sign up for both. Everything helps. We appreciate the support. But by the way, guys, for those of you guys who have supported my Patreon, I don't even have any rewards program yet. I am still setting it all up. I did get some feedback. If you guys have feedback, please put it below in the comments about what you want to see in the Patreon. And last but not least, I am doing a Q&A. Put below any comments, any thought, any business related questions, any ideas of investing, collecting, grading, whatever. I mean, personal stuff. Sure, I'll do the best that I can to answer it if it's appropriate. Appropriate, everybody. Keep it appropriate. And I will answer it all. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later this week.